I'm gonna go ahead and begin the show. Go ahead and see if anybody wants to come in and do an open house with me. Autism. Yep. Hey, Batman. Right now, I'm just doing a interesting discussion about Warcraft, the movie. Yes, pure autism. So today, I'm gonna go ahead and begin the show because I want to, and it's gonna be an interesting live stream today. A lot of people. I want to bring up an interesting discussion about this movie because I want to see how people would react to it and make sure that everyone's having fun with it. Today, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Warcraft movie. In my opinion, I felt that the movie wasn't that great. And for a lot of reasons, it wasn't like the best movie ever made. They did a lot of things. The props were interesting. The uh, the CGI was okay, but at the same time, they kind of limited the map of what World of Warcraft was as a as a story. Because I understood that they had to change a lot of the stuff in this movie, and right now I want to see if people want to come in and talk about the movie, but I don't know if anybody wants to come in and talk about it because since it's just been released, I decided to see if anybody wants to come in and talk about this and see if they give me their 2 cents about it because I like to hear their feedback about it. So I'm going to go ahead and begin the show, knowing that this is not going to be an interesting show. Uh, I want to see if anybody's going to go ahead and pull this off. Let's see if anybody's interested in it because today is Saturday. Since I wasn't able to do a new show and everything, might as well begin the show anyways. See if anybody wants to come in and talk about the Warcraft movie. Uh, I'm not promoting it. I just want people's opinion on this movie because I want to see how it is and see how people react to it because I know that most people are probably uh, not excited about this. Because I understand a lot of people were not too happy about it. So let me go ahead and tweet this out. See if anybody's coming. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Let me see what the actual the uh, wow, that really pisses me off for some reason. I gotta delete that thing, but I can't because that's just gonna really ruin. Oh man, this is gonna suck. It just came out today. I'm sorry if I'm not responding. It just came out on June 10th. See if I can do this because I'm just looking up on the web right now. I'm sorry if I'm not responding. Let's see. Yeah, let me just look up some stuff because I want to just get on Twitter here. Yeah, because lately things haven't been doing so well for me. I've been having problems with my computer, dealing with a lot of the issues here. Well, these things ain't bad. Let's see. Go ahead and off. Yeah, because lately I want people's opinion on the movie and see how it is. Because I would explain to you guys what it is. A lot of people I have to agree with on this is that I did watch the movie myself. In my opinion, with that movie, it it could have done better, but they decided to alter the lore of the story in order to make it fit into the movie. Because this was like I believe a 1 hour, 1.5 hour movie, and they had to do this because it wasn't it wasn't their intention to do something like this. Because at a grand scale of what they were doing with World of Warcraft, for the lore in Warcraft, it wasn't that they could have done better with it, but instead they altered the storyline to where because originally, from what I heard from people, Doomhammer was the one that challenged Blackhand to a fight, not Luthar. Luthar did not uh, did not kill Blackhand in the movie, and that's what people were kind of surprised by this because they were expecting something different from the whole thing, and they kind of realized that the lore in the story is kind of messed up. So it kind of does play off of that. A lot of people felt that that whole movie wasn't that good. Oh, great! My connection's really bad. Why does this always happen to me? Let's see. See if I can get this connection issue fixed. Because I did watch it. Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up. It kind of ended badly. So let's see what happens. Oh boy, really gonna be. I'm trying to get people in, but I don't know if people really, 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 really want this because um if you're listening right now, I'm sorry if I'm not getting a lot of people to come in right now. I usually just keep it open for people. And if you want to come in, I'll let you in. Hold on, let me get the link up so you can go ahead and chat with me through Google Hangout. See if I can get people to come in, see if they want to chat and such. But I don't think anybody was interested. So let's see how this works out because I don't know if anybody wants to come in and talk shit to me or something or troll me. So let's begin. let's begin because I'm kind of waiting. I'm kind of waiting for uh for anyone to show up here because I want to see if anybody wants to try this out. Because I'm sorry if I haven't been doing enough live streams lately. I wanted to see if people want to discuss stuff in an open platform. So, anyways, let's see what happens because I really did I really wanted to like the movie, but at the same time, the movie kind of didn't do that well because you have to realize uh, a lot of the people who I understand that they did the best they could with this movie, and after watching this movie, I have to say they did an okay job with the acting, but at the same time, the story was kind of off. And they kind of changed the lore. Like I said before, they changed the lore of the story because originally, I know that Duratan was originally assassinated. He was supposed to be killed, and his kid left in the wilds to fend for to be, and later was rescued. But um, of course, I wonder how they're gonna turn this out if they're gonna make another part two for this because I don't know what to say about it other than the fact that they kind of altered the storyline a lot in this to make it fit to make it into an interesting movie to watch. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just they kind of had to do this for the movie, and it was okay. It wasn't the best movie ever made. I think they could have done better, and it wasn't because of the fact that they wanted to, but I wanted to see if people actually watched the movie, and I want to see what they feel about it. To have like an open discussion about this, and thus making this live stream work out. Let me see if anybody wants to uh, come in. I want to see if anybody wants to come in and do a live stream with me. I don't know if anybody wants to, if they're a Warcraft fan. If you're a Warcraft fan, go ahead and come in. I like to hear your feedback about this. Let's begin. I know that most people are not going to watch this. It's so few, and it's kind of lame. Let's see. Lame for me to try to get an audience here. All right. Let's see if anybody's interested in coming in. Get anybody that I don't know if anybody is going to listen or read this, but anyways, I just hope they know what they're doing. I'm just waiting for anybody to come in. I don't think they're going to be happy with it. Then again, I'm going to let them say what they want to say. Uh, aw, baby. Alright. In my opinion, with this movie, going back to it, they I kind of was surprised that they would bring in Corazon, and by the looks of the design, it didn't look like Corazon at all. Even though there was like a huge tower and everything, it just didn't look like Corazon at all. It was it never because from what I remember, it only had like it did have a library, but it didn't look like the library I seen in Corazon. Because I used to raid Corazon, and that library was just too freaking big. And by the looks of what they were doing with that movie, they definitely made a made it more interesting to fit to mix the lore a little bit and thus try to make it more interesting for a newer audience. Because I know that Duratan dies, and I know that and spoilers on this one because this is the lore that I was told by people. If you really want to look up the story of Gordon lore, because it explains everything on how it works and everything. Um, there's a guy named Nobel 87. He does explain the Warcraft lore, and I recommend you check out his channel. And he explains the stories of all the main characters in Warcraft, and also Warcraft 2, Warcraft, and also WoW, and thus they he does make a good interesting videos on this and explains the history and everything on the lore of Warcraft. It was interesting to learn looking at some of the stuff, and I had to say I do agree with a lot of the fans on this that they altered the storyline for the sake of the movie. And I kind of felt that wow, that really hurt. That really was surprising because originally the king was assassinated in Stormwind, not in, not in not in the not in the not in the blasted lands. Like that was the location that was the where the portal happened. Because I used to remember the blasted lands was like the magic sucked up all the freaking land up. Thus, you notice the vegetation and everything in that portal. When they built that portal, originally I thought, wait, all the magic sucked up all that area, and thus people fighting in that area that are dying, and everything, Horde and Alliance, guarding both sides, trying to not kill each other, but at the same time, they let people go through to fight in the Outlands. When I actually originally played World of Warcraft in Burning Crusade, and that's a true story. And I played it, and I actually really enjoyed it. But at the same time, I wasn't good at PvP or raiding per se, but I was good at raiding Karazhan, and a lot of people always ask me to go raid cars, and I'm like, okay, because I knew Karazhan pretty well, even though I died a lot, and people get pissed off about that. If you die a lot in Karazhan, that's your own damn fault. The biggest problem that I hated about Karazhan was it took me a while to learn a lot of the fights, and it was fun, but Karazhan was like the hardest thing in the and this was at the time when they introduced Karazhan to the Burning Crusade. They didn't introduce it back in the original WoW. Oh God. I'm looking at all this stuff that they're doing. Final Fantasy VII: The Zodiac Age with Ted Cruz's face on there. Oh boy, these tweets are just hilarious. Reimburse unboxing. Well, that sucks. Silver Brand on San Diego VA Hospital. Well, at least those guys are stack up it right now is like asking for donations for military who are in need of uh, those who are combat veterans fighting cancer. They need donations. If you really want to help, go ahead and donate to them. Let's see what they're having right now. Nintendo games we want to see. I wish. Third person looks weird and have a look anyways. Let's see. Tommy Boy, Trump 2016. Star Trek, Gilmore. What else are they doing here? Oh boy, people really are making these strange pictures. Trump 2016 related. Look at history of women in media, lots of years. Let's see. Like, oh man, people are making some weird ass comics and videos. Let's see, what are they trying to do here? The Korean Overwatch meta game gameplay footage. Man, they really got so much. Superman Day, Batman. Pray for Guzan. Oh man, these people really are making so many freaking goddamn. Okay, how laugh without smiling? Yeah, it gets water splashed to me. It's mad. Okay, the thought. Oh wow, that's nice. Retro gaming. Now I'm gonna try to get in some people, see if they want to talk. If anybody wants to come in, the link's right here. You can ask for the live stream link of the voice chat if you got Google Hangout. What's the matter, puppy? What's the matter? Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, puppy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Now be good. What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter, puppy? Let's see. Pez shooter. Learn more about computers. Extremely relevant. Just happened to me. I had to stop playing. Oh, game control. Let's see. What's the matter? Oh, we do have energy. More skins inspired by energy drinks. By Overwatch text. I have to give him credit for showing me that one. All right. In the UK, they really hate it. Let's see. What's the matter? Syria. France admits special forces active in Syria. Oh, so they admit they sent military intervention in Syria with their special forces. Map remakes after playing the whole game once already. Oh wow, people are really John Romero. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. What's the matter? Okay, I'll let you out, but you gotta be good. Let's see. The most epic shot ever. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go take the dog out. Yellow? Sorry if I'm not talking right now. I just had to take my dog outside for a moment in the back. Anybody out there? Hello? Alright, let's see what happens here because right now I'm kind of a little bit surprised by this. So let's go ahead and begin the show. See if anybody wants to chat. Internet just forever, but companies producing content on it or not. Let's see, Rebecca Hamilton. She's a writer, best-selling writer, paranormal romance author. Let's see, Better Together. Shadowborn. I'm just looking at Twitter right now. Let's see if anybody wants to chat here, but I know that most people are probably not interested in chatting with me right now. I'm just making sure about this, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and discuss the movie. I have to say they did a good job with the props. Uh, Even by the fact that they're giving away an exclusive Warcraft if you go to the movie, they'll give you a free Warcraft game plus 4 inspired transmogs for skins. And I was like surprised by this because I actually got one of the swords that they gave me, full disclosure, earlier, and they gave it to me, and I was like, really? They gave me the staff that Gul'dan had. They gave me the sword that Luthor used in the movie, and I was like, okay, cool, and a shield. It was like the two items they gave, and an axe. That was pretty much it. Um, this was like transmog items that they had. Starting a new chapter. Okay. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Let's see if we can get. If this works. See if this is working. I'm sorry if I'm not able to get people to come in. They're busy doing something else. I don't think anybody's interested. See what's going on. See if anybody's here.
Hey, hey, what's up?
Yellow.
What's up?
Hey man, how's it going?
All right, you?
Just just uh just bored. Yeah, I decided to do a live stream, and not many people were showing up, so I decided to do it anyways. What you been up to?
And not much.
What you?
Just trying to stay cool.
What's going on?
Not in a good bad way.
Oh, you're having one of those bad days.
No, bad times done a good day type of deal.
Oh, that. Yeah, those things happen. Yeah, did you hear about that YouTuber that was a singer
Shy?
songwriter? Yeah, Christina.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I never really got into her. I know that she's been having hard times, and I guess she kind of. Uh, I don't know how it happened, other than the fact that it's kind of sad by what happened to her. Anyways, it's kind of eh, tough these days. But what's going on with you, man?
With that Comic Con,
Oh, you went to you're planning to go to Comic Con?
no, went to it.
Went to it? Oh, that's good. You had fun?
Yeah,
Did you get to see anybody? Did you get to see any celebrities?
was too long for me to do much.
All right, there we go.
Hey,
Got
how's
that.
it going, man?
Good. How's it going?
What you been up
All right.
to?
Nothing much. Just playing the crew right now.
The crew?
Yeah.
You're driving now?
Yep. It's a good game.
Yeah. So you're trying to drive across the United States?
Yeah. No, I'm doing missions right now. Got a Dodge Viper, and I'm doing missions.
Ah, Dodge Viper.
Oh yeah, I got the Master Sword.
You got the
Hey guys,
Masters.
what?
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Carl.
JT, what's the stream
I
about?
got my game finally working, Carl.
I was gonna talk about Warcraft, but I guess you guys can bring up anything you want.
Carl watched Warcraft, so
Yeah.
No, I didn't actually.
yeah, I thought you did watch. Oh no, that was green. I was like, wait a minute. I thought no, it was green.
I was supposed to go see it, but I kind of I wasn't feeling too good that day, so I
Yeah. Be
dropped.
glad you didn't watch it.
When I was talking to someone about Green about it, he was basically saying it was like, I mean, there were slow parts to the movie and stuff. It was not there were some parts that weren't that good, but for the most part, it was down. They got the lore right.
No, actually they didn't.
Actually, from the first game, yeah, they did. Even
Originally Doomhammer was the one that challenged Blackhand to a duel.
Oh,
I wonder how Warcraft is.
Yeah, Warcraft was okay, but at the same time, I wanted to like the movie, but at the same time, it just felt like there were certain parts, like you said before, there were certain parts that were boring and certain parts that were just were okay.
I'm
It-
hearing a lot of
it
mixed
was
reactions.
movie. It was like there were too. What I've heard is like there's too many blurry scenes, but it did not. Like for instance, if you go to RottenTomatoes.com, it's just ridiculous review scores that the critics are giving it. I think they're just bashing on it because it was from a video game.
Well, you have to realize that they kind of altered the lore to fit them
They,
into the movie.
yeah, to make a little sense. I could see them altering the game to make the movie look a little sense, make some sense.
Yeah, because I played WoW and I never played the Warcraft PC games before, but I know that
Really?
yeah, I played the Warcraft. I played World of Warcraft, but not the PC games. Right now, I have Warcraft 2, the Dark Saga game on, and I might try to play that game to see how it is because I have
I'm
it on
thinking.
I have the PS1 version of it.
I'm looking into getting the original Warcraft games to see how they play. I never really played the originals, so
Yeah, because I myself never played the original, and I know for a fact that it does exist.
I don't know. All right, let's see if this works right.
So
Well, my fridge is all stocked up with Red Bull for tomorrow night. Fuck, it's gonna be a long ass night, man.
I sent it to a YouTuber I know if she wants to jump in as well
that's fine.
on tomorrow's stream. So I have
Who?
a place open. A YouTuber I know. She's a gaming YouTuber. Starts out. She's basically a gaming YouTuber. Has like 3,000. She started out like 6 months ago with very few subscribers, and she got like 3,000 right now. One of the quickest subscriber growths from 0 to 3,000 I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it looks like Wolfenstein 2 is confirmed now to be shown.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
But the EA conference starts at 10 p.m. my local time.
Yeah, I have the streams ready for you guys, so I got everything set up. I'm supposed to talk with Nurgle later on to help give me a hand with how to do OBS setup because I might.
But keep in mind when you're using Google Hangout, I had this problem last year the fact that when you're using Google Hangout and we're all watching streams together, even though you're in the same country, there's going to be a bit of a delay. So
I know this can be a bit of a delay.
I think Skype is the only communication platform that does not have the delay problem. I don't know why Google Hangout does.
I don't know either.
It does tend to lag out sometimes, especially
I'm sure
breaking up.
But I'm sure, like every single year this happens, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of streams going down. We had this problem last year. When people log onto Twitch or watch it there, then the streams go bust. This happens every year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So everybody's going to be switching.
I'm going to be watching mine through YouTube. I don't trust Twitch anymore.
I just hope they don't bring back PC gaming show.
Ugh.
I just hope they don't, because if they do, I'm gonna fucking go nuts and not watch it.
What were you talking about?
PC gaming show. I hope they don't bring that back.
It's coming back, JT.
No!
And
Not
I
a
am
torture session.
running that stream.
Not a boring torture session, because I don't want to see another boring torture session of AMD trying to announce another freaking goddamn
Yes,
graphics
and
card.
it is powered by AMD's again. So,
By the way, fun fact, the AMD probably is going to talk about a new graphic card because they're releasing a new graphic cards on the 29th. So trust me, they will be there to shill the hell out of that.
yep.
And it looks like, the PC gaming conference is interesting for people who are only interested in hardware, because that's the only thing they seem to talk a lot about at the conference. It's like hardware this and hardware that, and then you have the Star Citizen guys.
Oh god! Wait, Ethereum is going to be there? I thought they were skipping.
I don't know. Maybe. They have their own thing going on. I don't know.
I better see them there. Chris Roberts, you better move your ass and get over there.
I also got to say that it looks like the Bethesda conference at my time will be at 4 a.m. in the morning, so that's going to be interesting.
Nice.
The Microsoft and Sony is last, right?
No,
Nintendo.
Nintendo is on Tuesday.
Yeah, but they don't count.
Yeah, they're just doing Legend of Zelda. I'm gonna watch it. I'm not sure. I might be doing a live stream Tuesday morning. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how I feel.
But I think they're going to do a tournament thing.
Yeah, they did. Oh, God, I remember last year's tournament. That annoying little boy during the Splatoon match. Oh, God.
Commentary for the kids.
That was so annoying as hell. Everybody's like saying, shut the hell up, kid. Everybody that was watching it, even on our side, when I had my stream going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
know why. Like, for instance, Michael gave up the Bethesda one for that freaking Nintendo tournament. I wouldn't do that. I would have went to the Bethesda one last year.
Yeah, but keep in mind, Michael is a raging Nintendo fanboy.
Yep, that's true.
I mean,
you know what? I'm gonna say it like this. I'm a Nintendo loyalist as well, and I know I'm gonna probably get a lot of shit for that one. But you know what? I've enjoyed Nintendo products throughout most of my life. I will always enjoy their products whenever they have a good game. And I always have to say it like this, like it or not, with Nintendo. Yes, they've done shitty stuff in the past, but they've always given you good, and I mean really good. They've always given you good quality products. Most of the time, their products are quality.
Oh, by the way, yeah. I mean, here's my my opinion on Nintendo. I kind of lost interest in Nintendo in the mid '90s. That's when I went over to PlayStation. I never really went back to Nintendo. I did not own a Nintendo 64. I did not get a GameCube. The only Nintendo product I really own has been a DS and a 3DS. And it's like I lost interest. It was like I wanted to play other stuff, and I understand why Nintendo is popular. What really shocks me is that a lot of adults are like go freaking nuts over a Nintendo product. I don't get that at all. I mean, maybe it's because
let me put it like this: everybody that's played the NES or SNES and NES, we're all adults. Heck, the Super Nintendo, the N64 kids are adults, and arguably even the kids that played the GameCube could be some of them, most of them are adults. Not all of them, but most of them.
Or teenagers.
Well, I could see
They're
it
either
for
adults or
certain
teenagers.
circumstances. Like if you're a parent.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's true.
I could see that's being reasonable. Like you like games and you like playing with your kids, so
Yeah, here's
yeah,
a
but
question by somebody. Don't most teens grow out of Nintendo though? Yeah, but
uh,
there are
I'm gonna say it
13-year-olds
like
that
this.
still play Pokemon.
I'm going to say it like this. Most of us that have played Nintendo products have never grown out of it. I'm gonna say it like that. We're always going to, if we see a good Nintendo game, most of us will pay the living hell or pay a lot of money for a new console. I did it. I paid for a Wii U just so I could get Zelda U and Super Smash Brothers and Hyrule Warriors. I wanted to get all those games. And I got them, except for the new Legend of Zelda. Yet I'm not getting the NX.
I bought it for Mario Kart because I was always
I
good with
have
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart as well. I have Mario Kart as well, but I'm not buying the NX for that. And I wish like people like Miyamoto, Reggie Fils-Aimé, all the ones that are in charge, whoever's in charge of Nintendo, could just know that we are not going to buy we are not going to buy Nintendo products or a new console for the Zelda U. You shouldn't be doing that. That's like one of the dumbest things
Well,
you
you
guys
have
have
to
ever.
realize something. The Wii U right now is like the less selling system. And a lot of people are like,
That's just the point. Is Zelda U could have been the one that could have sold the Wii U for a bunch of people, but
that's true.
they just
Well, honestly, guys, while we're on the subject of talking about consoles, there's one thing that I think that has happened and will
Hello, Asian
happen.
guy. Hello, sorry to interrupt.
Hey.
Did you speak as I come in?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Pretty
No,
good.
I just wanted to say that we've been talking about a lot about consoles, but the idea here is that PC components are getting cheaper every single year.
uh-huh.
And a lot of people are now moving on. It seems like a lot of people are getting PCs. I'm seeing this surge in the PC market. Nvidia and ATI are trying. AMD are making components cheaper.
And they're
With
getting cheaper because we want it. I mean, look at just recently. I always thought for the last year, the top of the line graphics card was a Titan, and now the 1080, which is cheaper than the Titan, outperforms it.
no, the 1070 even
1070.
outperforms the Titan,
The
and that the 1070, right? I mean, here's the thing. I looked at it. I'm gonna buy a new computer. I've been planning
Same.
it for a long time, and I looked at what I could get for $1,200, and for $1,200, I could get a computer that aces everything on the market when it comes to consoles. I could get a computer that will last me at least 5 or maybe 6 years, and it's insane. You know, my local retailer got the 1070 in stock, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm gonna go for it because it's a car that will last me a long ass time, and it outperforms the Titan. I get a good CPU. I'm good. I'm all set, and so it's like I don't have to worry about system requirements for a long ass time.
Yep, I agree with you there.
So
I
and more people are now moving on to PCs because the console market is pulling a Sega really. They're basically
yes.
releasing multiple versions of the same console. So it's like we're gonna have the new Xbox Scorpio, we're gonna have the PlayStation 4 Neo, and all that will do is to divide the market in such a way. And keep in mind, a lot of people are saying that the new PlayStation VR glasses do not work well with the PS4 launch console. Now that is a disaster for Sony because they have 25 million of these things sold. And if you're going to tell the people, all the 25 million who own a PS4, that, oh, you're going to have to buy a new console to be able to use 3D glasses, that is going to piss a lot of people off.
Yeah,
And the fact that
especially Microsoft is making the hologen lens thing, and it's like I don't think I want to play that
None
thing.
of it's going to work. I agree with you guys there. None of it's going to work. VR, as of right now, it's until like the 1070 gets more readily available. for everybody, and not just us people that, like for instance, myself, I copped up a lot of money for a 970, $350 for 970. Us people, we like good performance PC parts, but a lot of other people, they like building mid-range. And right now,
Well,
one of my cousins, I'm gonna take out the 970 and put in a 770 when I build my new PC. I'm gonna give him, and I'm gonna sell him this one for like $300 to $400.
wait, you're gonna sell the 970 for
No,
$400?
God, no. It's not the Knights. My PC that I have right now. I'm gonna
Okay.
put something like a 770 or something like that in there, and give that to them for like a couple $100.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing with PCs right now. I mean, the 970 is now considered a mid-range card,
Yes,
and the 1070. I mean, if I buy the 1070, let's say I ordered a computer on Monday, right?
Mhm.
And I have this retailer that build the PCs custom. They sell custom PCs. So if they build one with the 1070 in it, I get the founders edition of the card. So I get the Founders Edition of the card. That's an extra $100 just for the Founders Edition. So I'm considering waiting until EVGA comes out with their version, but I really need a computer now, so I may have to fork out the extra 100. And
it has to be the best company. I just gotta say.
well, Nvidia's cards are the top of the line.
Second best is EVGA. That's
Yeah.
what I got with the 970.
So I may fork out the money and basically say fuck it, and because I need a computer, I need it now because my laptop is on its last legs, and God, I'm just hoping it lasts me through E3. I think it will, but
Yeah.
anyway.
I'm going Intel as well. I'm gonna say it like this, everybody. I know, like it or not, they support a feminist frequency, aka the people that hate video games.
Actually, they lost money from that whole.
I know. But I'm just saying, I swore I would never buy an Intel product because of that stupid shit that they pulled, and I'm like gonna be going against my word because I am like at the point right now.
I know
of,
you want better performance.
Let me talk
It's
to you.
yeah. I think nobody blames you for that.
Bottlenecking.
Nobody blames you for that, Leon, because it's almost impossible to boycott Intel at this point.
No.
It's like all those fucking hipsters who said during the Olympics in China that they would boycott China because of all the shit they done to Tibet. I was like, you're walking around with a phone that is made in fucking China.
Yep.
It's like boycotting China is just as impossible as boycotting Intel. You can't really boycott Intel if you want to have the top of the line. You're gonna have to go with Intel because AMD. I love AMD. I really want to support AMD, but they just haven't been successful with their processors. The FX series has been a total catastrophe, and
yes.
I hope they will succeed with their new platform that's coming out in October. I really hope they succeed with their new CPUs. And I wish them luck. We need the competition. Intel needs some serious competition. And that's what I'm also very glad that ATI releases the new graphics card at the end of June. It's really competitively priced at $199. So, and it has the performance of a 1070. That's what a lot of people are saying. I don't know if I believe that, but for $199 and the game runs Doom on Ultra, I think you're getting a pretty sweet deal. And so it's it all depends on preference, but I really do believe that AMD needs to get its shit together and fast.
Yeah. Go ahead, Leon.
There. Right now, everybody around is a PC. A lot of people anymore are PC gamers, and one of my cousins is telling me, get an Xbox 360, we could play together. And I'm like, I will build you if you give me the parts and stuff. I will build you a gaming PC, and I will only charge like $100 for labor. I'm like that. I'm like at that point where it's like, I want to build PCs. I would love to build PCs and stuff with people. That's one thing I want to do.
Oh my God! I'm sorry for completely changing topics
Don't
here for
worry
a
about
moment, but I gotta say this: Trump is out of his fucking mind.
What do you say? What did he say now?
He basically attacked Elizabeth Warren's ethnic background since she has Native American blood, and basically insulted every single Native American. And yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad right now.
I
The
mean, right
Republic.
now, wasn't Elizabeth Warren the same dumbass? I mean, I'm not defending Trump on what he says because I'm part Native American myself, but isn't Elizabeth Warren the same one that broke what's the law calling him a Nazi? What's
What?
the law on the internet where you compare someone to Hitler? Is it Moore's law or something? I can't think of the name of it.
Goodwin's Law?
Goodwin's law. Someone just broke Goodwin's law and compared Trump to Hitler.
Well, she didn't compare him to Hitler. That wasn't her, but it was like he basically, she was basically pointing out the fact that the way he talks in absolutes is
Everybody
kind
is
of
Hitler on the internet.
yeah. But here's the thing, right? He basically called her Pocahontas,
Oh god.
and
Hey,
and
Pocahontas was
well,
an honorable Native American back then in the day.
and then
She's
some Indian guy basically commented on how, and some Native American guy basically came in and said, "Listen, you may call us Indians and savages, but at least we know how to run a casino, you bankrupt motherfucker."
I could say it like this. I could say it like this. Right, like north of where I live, there's the Flathead, the Salish and Kootenai tribe. They call Flathead, but they're actually Salish and Kootenai. Because I call them by their real name, not by the name the white man gave them. But up north, there's Salish and Kootenai tribes, and funniest thing is with Trump is, yeah, they have a successful casino in Polson, Montana. You guys ever want to go to a good Indian casino or a Native American casino, Salish and Kootenai casino, that is, go to Polson, Montana. I heard there's a really good one up there. So,
Well, it's like, here's the thing, right? It was so hilarious because there's so many people in the Republican Party, right, who are absolutely terrified. You know, they're like, yeah, they don't know. It's like Paul Ryan basically saying, yeah, that was the textbook definition of racism when he attacked the judge for his Mexican heritage, even though he was born in Indiana. And but still, he basically said that's racist, but he also said that he still supports him. It's like, what?
you have to support this brash asshole. And I think I get why Trump is acting this way. It's bad for me to say this, Carl, but I get what he's doing. I don't agree with his tactics, but I see what he's doing. I don't, and I'm going to say it like this, I do not agree with his tactics. So they are very horrible what he's doing, but I know what he's doing. He's trying to prove that that there is a freedom of speech. He's trying to prove that by being a complete and total racist asshole. He's trying to say there is still freedom of speech, and I hate how he's going, but it's really bad how he's acting. But he's trying.
Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. Trump has repeatedly rejected the notion that he is playing to racial fears in his campaign. I am the least racist person that you ever encountered. End quote.
At least he's being. You know what? I'm gonna say it like this. I don't like Trump, and I don't like his attitude or anything. But I'm gonna put on my headphones because you can probably hear my game in the background.
Okay, one more. Listen up. This is what he said. He basically said, Trump also questioned the legitimacy of the Massanutteket Pequods who operate the Foxwoods Resort Casino in Connecticut.
What?
They don't look. Yeah, listen. They don't look like Indians to me, he said, and they don't look like Indians to Indians.
What?
Yeah, he's pissed off at them because they basically told him to go fuck himself because they said we at least know how to run a casino properly while yours keep going bankrupt. Funny how that works.
You know what? Doesn't even his ex-wife know how to run a casino better than he does?
Well, here's the thing, right? I mean, keep in mind, he's running for president, right? And it's like, it's incredible when you run for president, there's always going to be an extra amount of scrutiny on your financial records. And it turns out that dude owes a shit ton of money to a lot of people. And it's insane. I mean, every single, you hear people like Milo Yiannopoulos praising this guy as a big business guy, while he's at the same time, his companies have gone bankrupt, one after the other, and every Trump supporter is like, no, Yes, he did. I mean, you can
Yeah,
take a
we've
look at.
always known that, though. That has always been the joke about him with, like, The Apprentice. It's like, why'd you always, like, when he had the show The Apprentice, everybody's like, when it was still running, that is, everybody's like, this guy is such a failure. Why are you having him run this show? Originally, it was supposed to be Mark Cuban, actually.
Yeah, but I mean, Mark Cuban at least knows how to run a business. He's
Yes.
actually done
And
pretty
Mark
well for
Cuban didn't
himself.
want to run it, though. Didn't want to do the
No,
show.
he had no
So
interest in it.
Mm-mm.
But it's like when I speak to a Trump supporter, and I have spoken to quite a few, it's like fact-free zone. They're unable to process the fact that the guy is a lying hack. And it's like, I mean, when Trump says, oh, the majority of women, they love me. And every single poll, including conservative Fox polls, clearly show that 70% of women hate him. And so it's like he's lying through his teeth, and the stupid morons who support him buy every single word, and it's really depressing, and
It
it's
is.
really depressing.
It always is. But that's life for you. People like a brash asshole anymore these days.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But anyways, back to gaming. What
Yeah.
else? What else?
We're talking about PC show.
Yeah. I'm not gonna watch it. I already know way
I'm
too
gonna
much
do
about.
the stream, and I'm gonna basically literally mock the living hell out of it. That's what
I
I'm
bet
gonna be doing.
I can just imagine JT's reaction when he gets the invite from Leon to join the PC gaming conference. He's like, "No, leave me alone."
Yeah, because I cannot. It was like the most boring show you ever see. Although all they just
Well,
do.
PC gaming show I think is between I think it's between Ubisoft and Sony. I'm not sure yet which one it's between. I know it's between one of the shows.
I know that they're gonna do their thing too because I
Oh,
know.
guys,
Yeah.
you know the Christina Grimmie thing where she was shot at in
That poor
Orlando?
girl.
That's
What
sad.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the Orlando police just released a picture of the guy who did
I
it.
saw it.
Fucking ginger-looking motherfucker. He looks like a fucking. He doesn't look insane or anything. It just looks like a ginger, socially fucking awkward nerd or whatever. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah,
I mean,
it happens, man, because a lot of people didn't expect this to happen to her.
No, that girl was expecting to have a good time performing and stuff. She was a YouTuber before she was an actual celebrity, and
yeah, I know. I
she's
saw
just
her videos. She's really talented. I remember I was like, I fucking hate Miley Cyrus, but when she sang Wrecking Ball, that was like, damn, she's good. When Christina Grimmie sang that version of Wrecking Ball, that was like, damn, she's really talented.
Yeah, she could have had her own. I think she did have her own album,
Yeah,
and it's a shame that she died this young.
it
20,
is.
22.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like it's a big surprise because a lot of people didn't expect this to happen. Okay, so they have Internal Con Expo.
But yeah, I got a lot of the fans as well got so pissed off when they tried politicizing her death. It's like, stop with the politicizing. The girl's dead.
I know.
Yeah, we see the we see. I mean, I mean, I saw Xenomorph was talking about this. He basically wrote, "We need more guns," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
No,
And
you know what we need? You know what we need? We need mental health treatment and stuff, like when they're young, like having the schools check the kids for mental
They
health
do.
issues.
They do.
yeah,
No, they
and
don't do it well enough.
They only
They've
do
never
it.
done
They
it.
only do it. They
listen,
only do
listen.
it.
That was not the point of me bringing this up. That was not the point. My point is that a girl is dead, and let's not start
I know.
acting.
I'm not going to.
One side is taking the NRA standpoint, and the other side is basically saying, we need to have a conversation about this, and that's fair. You guys should have a conversation
That's
about it
true.
Yes,
because
we do.
no other country in the world has as much gun violence as you do.
Right now, Syria does, but
No,
that's a different story.
that's a country at war, in a civil war, and that's kind of different. And it's like, I mean, I'm European, and this is where I basically will probably disagree with a lot of you about this, but I think the gun laws in your country is absolutely insane. And gun
Okay,
control and
that's
gun
your
control,
opinion.
yeah, gun control works. It works
Uh,
here. It works in Britain. It works in many other countries around the world, and it's and I don't. I mean, gun control is one thing, but the entire culture you guys have around guns, to me, that's mind-boggling. I don't get.
I get it. I get what you're saying. For myself, a lot of us are raised around never point the gun at a person. Most of the gun owners are like that. But there's still that small minority of maniacs out there that will just.
Yeah. But we're not talking about legal gun owners who don't have a criminal record and has
I'm
never
talking
harmed it.
about.
We're talking about we're talking about the because legal gun owners, people who are responsible gun owners, are not the problem. People who buy a gun legally, get it licensed, and that's fine. But here's the idea: that people in the United States reject background checks. That is mind-boggling.
That I agree with you on.
Yeah.
I get pissed off at the background checks thing. I'm for background checks. It's like you know what? The only background checks around here that they will heavily check you on is like, for instance, I saw them selling a suppressed gun. It's like, I didn't even know you could buy suppressed weapons. And
Well,
yes,
and
here's
one more thing. One more thing. People who go to jail in the United States, people who are sentenced to prison for a long time, they lose their right to vote, right?
Yes, and they purchase firearms.
Yeah, and here's the idea, and the idea here is that a lot of people, you have this thing where I understand the Second Amendment. I understand why that's important to a lot of Americans, but I also think that you don't take away anybody's rights to have a gun, but the idea is if you have a criminal offense, if you are a convicted felon, you should not be allowed to buy a gun legally.
That is the law here.
Yeah,
that is the law.
Yeah, but a lot of Republicans are opposing even that.
No, those people are not. Those people are just politicians that open their mouth at everything, trying to tickle the ear, getting tickled in the ear by NRA. Let me say it like this: a lot of us are freaking for this. Are freaking for background checks. Most of the owners are, but that's what we're for. We're for that. But what's happening here really is extremes on both sides. One side is like take all the guns away, and that makes the other side say no laws whatsoever. And it's so terrible. They need to both shut their fucking mouths and actually work together. And it's both sides here, Carl. It's both sides of the problem.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it isn't.
And I'm for control here. I'm for control. I'm for the things getting out of the hands of the felons. I'm for background checks for even at gun shows. I'm for that. I'm for that.
I want to say this. It's this case, the Christina Grimmie thing, will get a lot more attention because she was so beloved by so many people. And why was I not surprised that this happened in Florida? I don't know. I was like, where did this happen? Oh, in Orlando, which is in Florida.
The guy's from St. Petersburg, Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from the redneck Riviera. I mean, it's like, it's I don't know. I just shook my head.
I'm waiting for the motive to come out. I want to see what the motive is before I run any mouth.
If they ever find it out, because the guy shot himself, so
yeah, who knows? There might be something they have to dig in.
He was probably. I mean, he looked like a ginger-looking motherfucker who probably didn't get laid, and then he got a crush on Christina. She rejected him, and then he pulled out his 9mm and blew her fucking head off. That's what happened. That's what I think happened.
Yeah, my fear is. You know what? I am for control. I'm for gun control. I am. I'm not against it. I I know I butt heads with NRA people before. I've literally gotten
Well,
almost
the
defeated.
NRA, the NRA are in league with the weapons industry. They are actually pushing to sell more guns because it helps line their pockets with money. So that's they have another motivation for keeping laws lax. So it's corporatism, no matter what. It's just another way of corporatism. But anyways,
Yeah.
changing topics.
Back to the games.
Here's my biggest issue with the gun thing is that you're going to always have criminals that are going to gain access to guns in either in the black market or in any other in the streets anywhere. They're going to always get them no matter what, and it's up to you to decide whether or not if the criminal is a threat.
And I gotta say one more thing. One of my friends from here in Montana was in New York, and someone like insulted us on our gun culture and stuff. And he said one thing. This friend of mine pointed out to the docking area. They said, "Where's the area where you guys do shipping?" They said, "Over there," and they were like, there are guns being smuggled in that part of the country as of right now, and you guys barely have any power to. You had the power to stop it, but you don't.
And I do agree with that point because
it's a smuggling issue as well that needs to get dealt with. It's crime as well that needs to be handled.
Yeah.
It's so many different things and stuff. There's so many things, and I always go to one more story here. Timothy McVeigh. What he used a fertilizer-based bomb, and he put it all in the back of a truck, or in the back of a van.
Yeah.
What happened was you could go to Walmart.
Yeah, you can get household products to get that
pure fertilizer, ammonium nitrate fertilizer. So this is just it's like that's my fear. Something like that happened in the game. I don't want to see
any household product can be used as a weapon.
Yes,
and a lot of people. It seems that I remembered they had to censor out a TV show because they were giving out the ingredients to a certain bomb.
Yeah, Mythbusters did it. What Mythbusters did is they were like
and also
Adam Savage told a story here. Adam Savage told a story here about he told a story about they were finding the explosive potential in an average product and stuff, and their results were so terrifying they destroyed the footage. They were so terrified by the results they destroyed the footage and called out the Department of Homeland Security to warn them about it.
Yeah, because they had to.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, can we go back to games now, JT?
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway. I'm tired of hearing this subject.
Anyways,
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Anyways, I just want to say, speaking of the EA conference for a moment, I gotta head off now because I really need to get some sleep. I need to be rested until tomorrow. And you just send me the Hangout link as always, Leon. When do you open the Hangout, by the way?
12:30 or 1 p.m. my time. I'm not sure when yet.
An hour. I know or half an hour before.
Yeah, probably about an hour before.
Okay, I'll check in at my local time then and see. I'll be on Skype anyway, so yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big kickoff time.
Yep.
I'm actually curious about the EA conference. Actually, for once, I just want to see the new Mass Effect game, and I'm really curious to see more from Battlefield 1.
Yes, actually. That's what I'm waiting for EA from.
Okay, guys, take care.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah. So what else do you want to discuss about that whole thing?
I do not want to talk about the gun debate anymore.
That's fine. I understand.
I am from that. I'm from a culture, and people that don't understand it just drive me crazy. So I don't like talking about that kind of shit.
I understand.
Yeah, but moving back on to E3 here, we do have EA coming up. That's one of the things we have coming up is EA. We also have what's it called? We have EA. We have Ubisoft. They're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Activision, we're going to see, it's probably going to be during the Sony event, them trying to explain themselves. Activision trying to explain themselves why they're being dumbasses with Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, I didn't really have the issue that most people had with Call of Duty was basically the first one, because they're making an HD remake of it, and it's like,
Yes, it's Modern Warfare 4, or Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And
yeah,
that's what everybody wants. That's what everybody's been calling for,
yeah,
is that game. And
yeah, because they want to see Price again, and I did like the storyline for the first one.
are you kidding me? Price was awesome. You had to play Soap in that game.
Yeah, Soap and Price, and they also had what's his name, that other character with the skull mask, and thus he became the
Oh,
most
that was
popular.
Ghost. He was from the
Ghost.
second one. He was
Yeah,
from Modern Warfare 2
yeah, and I remembered Ghost, and they killed him in I think part
and
3,
2.
2.
Oh,
Yeah,
and 2.
yeah, I was pissed. I was like, killed Ghost, and it was an okay series, but then it got repetitively stupid when they tried to do with Ghost.
Yeah.
It's like the Legend of the Ghost.
Oh, God.
I'm like,
And they thought since that name was popular, they make a game out of it,
yeah,
like the
it's like,
Ghost.
yeah, it's like they were trying to focus on the stealth aspect of Modern Warfare. It's like there was no stealth; it was just shooting.
Yeah, the third one had a lot of stealth.
Yeah, the third one I remember because you had to sneak around, like you had to do okay. In this mission, you had to follow orders in order to go through the whole aspect of it too. It's like,
Yeah,
but
but
but tell me
but
what you think of Black Ops.
Black Ops, which one? There's
The
three of
first
them.
one, the
I
first one.
didn't. The first one was good. I liked the first one. Second one was excellent. It was one of my favorite
The
COD
third one,
games.
the third one you didn't like.
Third one, no, I didn't. I didn't like it at all. The storyline was stupid. I love the fact that Christopher Maloney played in it, but I think that was his name.
Yeah, and then they
He's in
tried,
it. But,
then they tried Advanced Warfare, and that didn't do okay.
oh God, Kevin Spacey. No, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible back in the days.
Oh, and then they tried going down like Titanfall route and stuff. It's like,
I,
seriously, guys.
I didn't like Titanfall.
I like Titanfall.
I did
But the
like the
problem,
mecha, but I just didn't like the way they presented that whole thing. Because the engine was okay, but it was like so
it was
many.
the Source engine. It was a very old engine. The Source engine's like 2003 is when it first was brought out.
Yeah, they definitely need to update the Source engine.
They're making a Source 2 from the rumors, but you know, Gabe Newell.
Yeah, Gabe Newell, he's very cheap on what he does.
And he doesn't like doing work. It's true.
Yeah, and I remembered that he had to fire a woman who basically invented their controller.
Oh yeah, that controller was terrible.
Yeah, I don't blame them, but I guess they decided to release it anyways and decided to alter the
Oh
button.
man, that was god awful. I suggest this: if you have a PlayStation 4, get the drivers working and hardwire it into your computer, and play your PS4 controller. It works way better than anything Valve would ever do.
Yeah, I better get a USB PS3 controller as well if you prefer it that way. And also an
Yeah,
Xbox.
not PS3. PS4 is a good controller. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say PS3. I wouldn't say that at all. Xbox One, Xbox 360, or PS4. PS4 is the best because you can use the little
yeah,
touchpad thing as a mouse. It
yeah,
works as a mouse.
yeah. It's just a shame
If
that
you if you're using,
Mad Cat's probably going out of business with their third-party controllers because they made some decent ones. They made some decent USB controllers.
1, go.
So what other plans are you cooking up?
What for streams?
Yeah.
I got all the most of the E3 through streams. I'm not sure about Microsoft yet, but I got a lot of E3 streams planned.
Are you planning to do any Christmas streams or anything like that
Oh God,
in the
no,
near future?
not really.
Yeah, you might. You might.
Holiday streams are annoying to sell. New
But
Year streams fine, but New Year streams maybe. End of the year bullshit stream, yes, but everything else, nah, not really.
not really.
Not into it right now.
Better not.
Other than that, I'm not sure. I don't have much more. I'm gonna try to get a few people in the streams.
Yeah. Did you
Tomorrow
hear
I
that
got
scandal with that writer?
the what?
Did you hear about that scandal with that writer? What's his name?
Oh yes, the one that had sex with girls, promising to give them jobs as porn stars. Yep, I know
Yeah.
about that one.
Yeah. It seems that he was caught doing that stuff.
Yeah, I know. That is just terrible. I think it's stupid. The girls are dumb for doing it, but people like him give the porn industry a bad name.
Yeah.
I think of Mercedes when I think of scumbags like him.
Yeah. This guy was ultimate scum. I forgot his name. Let me look him up. It was on Angry. Wait. Okay. Angry. Okay. One angrygamer.net. And this guy, for those who don't know what's going on, there's a journalist named, let me look him up. He named Matt Hickey. He was a tech journalist for contributor of Forbes, Gizmo, Modo, The
Yeah.
Stranger, and implicated in a series of events involving pornographic recruitment scandal. Hickory recently made an article on Forbes back in March 18th, 2016, decrying the bombastic Microsoft for having scantily clad dancers at an after party during development conference. The journalist
I think it's
was one of many with the tech sector who condemned Gamergate in an archive of Matt Rack showing Hickory starring God Bless the Planet on the Verge, dead, don't be a part of Gamergate, people, a bad gang. He wrote that article while condemning the hashtag used it to expose the scandal of ethical violations by journalists. It turns out Hickory himself has become involved in alleged uh, sex scandal involving pornographic recruitment agency. According to details reported by The Stranger, an outlet based out of Seattle, Washington, it covers 6 encounters with Hickory alleged had with a woman who were promised a safe route into the independent sector of the porn industry. However, the route into porn never happened. Hickory allegedly fabricated a fake Facebook profile named Deja Stoaley, however you pronounce the name. The profile featured a young blonde in a blue dress who was posing as a pornographic recruiter for Blazing Angel, the production company that was purportedly operating out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Story would befriend women on Facebook looking to get into porn and then have them visit Hickory's place for a photo shoot and sex session. The idea was the producers would eventually contact the young girls, but never did. Deja Staley, the porn recruiter, doesn't actually exist. For as far as the investigation is concerned, the name was based on Hickey's school crush, who bears the same name. The real Staley had nothing to do whatsoever to do with the porn recruitment, and was prepared to find out her name was being used to lure young girls for sexual purposes.
oh
Further
yes.
investigation revealed that Swaley gave Burning Angel company was just an empty hotel lot in Las Vegas. The stranger tracked down the real company and asked it if they had a recruiter there by the name of Deja Straley. The real Burning Angel responded nothing to do with, and they don't use independent recruiters. After legislation surfaced, the stranger attempted to contact Matt Hickey about it. He declined for comment, saying that his lawyer has advised him not to to respond simply. Oh yeah, Matt Hickey is going
Oh
to.
God.
Yeah, now he's now the journalist had is at the bottom spine of the upper part of his buttocks, causing him pain and discomfort. But his using his GoFundMe to collect funds to get surgery since he's eventually butthurt. Yeah, he's actually asking for money.
Really, this guy is an ultimate scumbag. We've
Yeah,
always been saying these SJW types. I know we don't like talk about the SJWs much, but these SJW types, we always knew these SJW types were like this.
they have a dark
And
side. A very
yes,
very
they would do something like this. They would be this horrible of humans.
yeah. I kind of am upset about this because this is the type of reason why they're telling us that we're the bad guys, and then they pull something this low in the porn against young women who want to become famous in some way. And I'm not
The
saying
adult film stars.
yeah become adult film stars in a professional sense, but
This is horrible, though. I mean, I mean, yes, the women were dumb, but for doing it, the women were really dumb for doing it. But I gotta say it like this: this scumbag used women so he could,
get laid with
so he
them.
could, yes, he used women big time, and it's sickening.
And yeah, and this is the type of and this guy is the same guy who condemned Gamergate, the group
Yep.
that hates women, but yet he does the one thing that is so low against women by taking advantage of them. That's wrong.
Yes, and I've been telling them for years. These people are like this. This doesn't surprise me that this actually happened. I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah,
That's
this
something
is the
like
type of
this.
hypocritical stuff that we dealt with every day, and we laugh at this stuff because it's so freaking hilarious. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just so fucking ridiculous that that someone like this writes an article against Gamergate and then says then he does another thing by taking advantage of women
Yep, it's
by
sickening.
lying to them.
Yes, and I was surprised the women just didn't get the revenge on him.
Well, well, I'm surprised this came out funny to see how it came
Yeah, it's
out.
sickening though.
Yeah, there's like this whole scandal is just funny as hell.
I don't view it funny. I just view it as like, oh God, why'd this have to happen?
Yeah, it happened. There's nothing we could do about it because
Yep.
the cat's out of the bag for them.
Yep, and
They
he's
can
in
write
serious.
they can write all these serious articles about about feminism and all this other shit, but they're all full of shit anyways in the end
Yep.
because one of them is caught taking advantage of women by deliberately lying to them that he was a porn recruiter.
Yeah, and these girls, they're so happy that they finally have a job and stuff. Like you've talked with Mercedes, you probably talked with Mercedes about
Yeah,
like what got her into the industry.
yeah,
She said it's like less stressful and stuff like that, and you get a lot more money. And these women, they were expecting a less stressful thing for them and expecting a lot more money. But they didn't. They got just bad things happened.
yeah. It's just bad things happen to people now. Bad things happen to the journalists who freaking got caught. I'm
I
just
know it's
laughing.
funny that it happened to the journalist, but I'm condemning this guy.
Yeah, because this is the type of thing. This is the type of behavior that we've been dealing with all damn day. People who deny reality, like this
And
guy.
then use these girls, for their own sick desires.
Yeah, and of course, this is what's going on. This marks another case of journalists who are against Gamergate and the calls of ethics in journalism under investigation of sex-related crime. In another separate case, Juan Gomez, famous within Gamer for interviewing individuals like Brianna Wu on CBS Radio, labeling the hashtag as harassment campaign, also came under fire for alleged raping multiple women and surfaced that he was involved heavily into the BSM culture, as reported by the Star.
BDSM.
Yeah, in another separate case, Strachey anti-Gamergate advocate Sarah Nyber was also came under fire and scrutiny involvement in pedophilia and exposed by
Of
Brett Favre.
course.
And it seems as some of those who were against ethics in journalism, individuals who are simply against ethics and morals of human decency.
Like, am I the only one who thinks that niggers ruin our country?
What's up, man? What's she up to?
Just like, hating on niggers in space.
Do you hate everybody?
No, I'm actually just fucking up with you. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
Stupidity.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
Yeah,
we were laughing
I can
about
hear
what
that.
happened.
In 9/11? Or where?
Like how Ron White always said, you can't fix stupid.
Yeah, you can't.
Mm.
Well, what happened was this guy named Mike, uh, Matt Hickey, he got caught in a weird sex scandal trying to get laid with some hot chicks.
Yeah, and he basically all out used him.
Yeah,
He used him,
he
fooled him
he
into
he,
this
he
and
claimed
that.
that he was a porn recruiter for this one company called Angel. I think it was called Blazing
Evil
Angel.
Angel?
Yeah, Blazing Angel.
Oh, okay. And?
And of course, he got caught in the mess of things.
Hmm.
Let's just say it wasn't that good. And right
You're
now,
scumbags.
yeah, there are so many people. He's the guy who says that Gamergate's the devil type of person, and we're just laughing at this guy. Yeah, he's like well, like we're harassing women, but he's taking advantage of women.
Yeah, that's how monsters act. That's how sociopathic monsters act. I mean, look what Anstinion just did recently. He picked up on Milo Yiannopoulos. He
Oh
outright
yeah,
tried fight, and Milo completely owned him, forcing Greg to block him. And it's like Greg runs screaming, blocking Milo.
yeah. Dude. That guy's been making fun of people for all his life. And Onision is known for. He was the one that suggested to that one chick to delete her account. And I did a parody joke of that, doing like a poll saying which account should Nezion delete. His
Oh
Twitter,
yes, I saw it. I did all the above.
yeah,
I said all the above.
yeah. It turns out all the above won.
Of course it did. Overall, majority says all the above. He's like, get off the internet, and Eastion, you're not liked here.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, do you know that a lot of YouTubers don't even like him anymore? They don't even want to work with him.
Yeah, he's been scumbag for a while. He's been a really big scumbag, especially what he did to what's her name, Lita Monster Bunny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he roasted her when she deleted her account.
Yeah, that's not the one I'm thinking of, but this
Mhm.
Mr. Epsilon on one thing. This guy is an abusive person in real life.
Yeah, he made a video about that too, especially videotaping his his wife
Girl, yeah, pregnant and having a seizure,
and also
laughing.
not remembering. Actually, she didn't have a seizure. She had a stroke.
He has a stroke. That's it.
Yeah, she couldn't even remember. She couldn't even remember him, and then they divorced after that. That was funny.
It's people like him. People like him. I'm gonna say it like this. They near the end of your life. This I've seen this with a lot of people. When you're coming close to the end of your life, you're trying to make up for all the shit you pulled and stuff, and like people don't even want to talk to you anymore. Onisions can have the same exact thing. People are gonna be like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Heck, it happened to one of my grandpas.
Yeah, but this
I
guy
mean,
is just beyond crazy.
seriously, you played with the sock puppet on New Year's. Or no, 4th of July. Impersonating Mr. Repsion.
Yeah, personally, Mr. Epson. The guy always made fun of a lot of things, but of course he tries to do fake controversy as well. Remember, and that's when Amazing Atheist pointed out that this guy tried to get him on a TV show, and he said, "No, I'm not doing that because I operate on truth, not on lies."
Yeah.
He was trying to do the whole WWE drama of internet
Oh,
uh,
God.
comedy because he was trying to be the Andy Kaufman of internet drama.
Yeah.
That's how Onision operates. He operates on drama.
Yeah, they all do.
And it's like I
Keemstar as well does the same exact thing.
yeah, he operates on
And
drama.
if they don't have like it or not, Keemstar, some of his stuff is good. Some of his content is good. I can admit that some of Keem's content is really good, but a lot of the stuff is so lame. He doesn't have the best content.
Yeah, and a lot of people are kind of
And let me just put it like this about Keem. Every time he doesn't have drama to cover, he'll start shit with people. He did it with VTech USA. He did it with a lot of YouTubers. And he'll make these Twitter videos like, well, you should do this and that and this and that and stuff. And then tries to get in debate with them on the internet. And then he owns them and everybody laughs at him. It's like, you're an idiot, Keem.
yeah. That's why
Like
most people.
PewDiePie called him off. PewDiePie mocked him.
Yeah, a lot of people avoid Keemstar sometimes. And that's where I just don't. I leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
I just
And
let him. He operates how he wants to operate. I operate how I want to operate. And I don't blame anybody wanting to avoid Keemstar. If you want to avoid Keemstar, do it. If you want to
yeah.
avoid me. Because you can block me on Twitter, do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, yeah, I have the worst language that I have right now, but it's free speech.
Yep.
Yeah, the kid that was trying to come in here, he didn't expect us to. He was trying to troll us so hard, wasn't he?
Who?
Oh, that one kid.
Oh, the one that was really quiet.
Yeah, that one that with the smiley face icon.
Oh, okay.
I miss him already. I thought he was gonna come in and troll us. I'm like, okay. 9/11.
What?
Yeah, he was trying to. I mean, he mentioned 9/11 and all that stuff. Like, I could have done one better for him. MLG, Columbine, no scope, rifle. (2016).
Yep.
Yep, could have done that. Could have done that one. So, what else? What else? What else do you want to bring up?
With E3,
Yeah,
besides
E3,
Watch Dogs,
Watch
I
Dogs.
got a lot. Yeah, Watch Dogs is the one that's taking the cake this year because it looks like one of the best. I get what Angry Joe is saying about it. Did you see what Angry Joe said?
What did you say?
He basically said, I mean, I agree with him on this one. Wait till the reviews come out. Joe basically said, wait till his review comes out because he wants to. He's like saying, take this game with a grain of salt, big time.
Yeah, because I kind of agree with him because a lot of the
I
games.
do too. A lot of people are bitching about being a shill. It's like, no, he's being correct on this one. You have to take this game with a huge grain of salt because let's just face it. If I mean, it looks good and stuff. It looks really good. The game looks really good. It looks like it was vastly improved. Driving mechanics are improved because driving was terrible.
Yeah.
The last game, it really was terrible.
Yeah, because it seems that most people don't understand. Back then, the game actually had some really had people complained about the controls for driving was difficult.
Yeah, the driving part was annoying. And the most comical thing was, how do you escape the police? There's a glitch in there. There's a dumb glitch in there that I think the Ubisoft people didn't even think about. You just get in the water and get in the boat, and bam, you're somehow in international waters. Because they give up the rate, they give up the search thing.
Yep. They do that all the time.
Yep, that's how I've learned how to avoid the cops. Is just find the nearest boat in the game. That's how you do it. Is you just find the nearest boat.
The boat. So, the boat.
But I want to, I'm going to move back to that one thing about the girl that passed away or was murdered.
Yeah, go ahead.
By the one thing I want to say is this: tell you atheists out there, stop being shitheads. Please stop being freaking shitheads. When they say prayers to the family, say, "Oh, God's not going to hear you like that." Stop being those kind of shitheads, please. Because that pisses people off. You don't help out. You're not going to change a Christian's mind by saying, "Oh, God ain't going to listen to you." You're not going to change their minds. So why are you guys acting like complete and total assholes like that? It just irritates me when I see this with them. They'll just say, "Oh, they ain't going to listen to you." It's just like the awfulness of the internet. They try doing this all the time to press their stupidity. It irritates me so much. So I'm just going to say, like, this atheist on the internet, like TJ and all the other dickheads, just shut your mouths when people say that. Someone's dead and they're trying to do their thing of just saying they're trying to show respects here. So why don't you do the same thing and respect them in your own way, dickheads? But that's all I got to say about that.
I'm sorry about this if I'm sounding silent. It's just I have family coming over.
Okay. Well, I was just saying, you heard what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. That I don't care about beliefs or anything like that. Worship whatever you want to and stuff. That's all I got to say. But just stop. Just don't be a dick to all the
I
dumb.
agree with you. I agree. I just
Yes.
I just leave it alone and let people.
I know. Well, I'm just saying it like this to all of them. Stop being dicks.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
because
And that's where I have to leave that. I don't like these. I tried all day long to just avoid this subject because it just disturbs me. I didn't know who she was even before this. I had the slightest idea of who she even was, and then this whole thing happens, and I look it up. It's like, this is so very sad, and because guys like him, pieces of shit like him, who probably uh, lived for the word airports law.
here's the problem. You know, a
This
lot
is
of
why we have airports law. It's
yeah,
because of people like him.
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If the guy did this because he got rejected by her. That
Yes,
you know what? I got rejected so many times.
but you don't go around saying stupid. You don't go around doing crazy shit like this. This is the problem with this generation of kids. It's the, if I'm rejected, I snap.
Yeah, you don't do that. You just
No,
move
you
on.
don't.
You just move on. You just move on.
Yes, and
People I realize there are people out there that are, if you really want to end up with somebody that is like that, don't.
no, if they treat you like that, I've learned that lesson hard. When girls have treated me like shit, they've drew me in and they've treated me like shit. It happened like 5 different times in my life where girls have done this to me. I'm gonna say like this to all the guys out there: trust me, listen to me, listen, like how we always talk about this. Just say screw off, then fine, then go to hell like
Yeah,
that,
just
and
move
like
on.
back them off.
Just
They people are horrible.
yeah,
People are really horrible.
because I don't know why a guy would do this to a girl. You
Yeah,
know,
I've learned this like the hard way. Like, a girl loves it so much for my attention, she tried falsely accusing me of being a stalker, and it's like, I've like, oh god, and I'm still mad at, and I refuse to talk to
yeah.
anybody that helped her out with this. It's like, I cut a lot of people out of my life because of this whole situation. It's like,
I I
it's just
just I
horrible to
just
see
leave
people.
I just leave I just leave the person alone because a long time
Yes,
ago I was I the reason why I had to get away from a woman who I liked. Even though we're friends, I just had to stay away from her because she was insane. She was
yes.
crazy. And
And I gotta say it like this: if they try dragging you in, and then like saying, "Oh, I didn't mean that," then go online saying, "Don't ever talk to me again," and then saying, "Sorry, I didn't mean that," and then doing it again so many different times. It's like, they are not worth your time.
yeah,
They are
because
crazy people.
I try not to I try my best to, because I realized, it's not worth jumping hoops for a woman.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Don't ever do that.
Don't
No.
ever jump hoops for a woman. Just
No, don't. It's happened to me so many different times. I'm at that point of the screw it phase of my life. It's just go to
like,
hell phase, and
yeah, it doesn't matter. You're not gonna get uh
no, don't even
the
try.
same reaction. Just don't try. Just don't try to
Don't even try. Avoid it.
avoid it
And
as all.
this whole problem, if this guy would have, if this whole problem could have been avoided, this whole situation could have been avoided, if like if the situation was handled earlier.
Yeah,
This whole situation could have been avoided, but it wasn't.
yeah. And the biggest problem that I've seen with a lot of these, uh, with this person, he didn't. I, he just
I
shot
don't.
her.
I'm going to say it like this: we're not sympathizing with this guy at all. I'm condemning this guy for what he did. I hate everything about
Yeah,
him for
because a
what the
lot of
cowardly actions
because
of what he did. What he did, it is the ultimate form of cowardism.
yeah, because there is a lot of issues and problems with a lot of the with rejection, because the guy felt rejected and thus he
Uh,
felt angry. Don't
No,
get
I'm
mad.
not sure if that's the real point behind it. I'm not going to say that that's the real point behind it because I'm not sure what it is. But I'm going to say it like this: I outright hate this guy for what he did. Took a life just because you're weak. Like for instance, it's just a term of you're just such a weakling. You end a life because you're weak, and then
Yeah.
you end your own life because you don't have the balls to face the consequences.
Yeah, because this was the biggest problem that I noticed that uh, a lot of people deal with when they're rejected. It's like it's sad that this guy got rejected, but
No,
at the
it's
same
not.
no, it's not. No, it's bad enough that he felt rejected by this woman, and thus, if you really got rejected, then you got
I
to
don't
move
feel bad
on.
for him.
You gotta move on. No, I'm just telling this to everybody. If you get
No, and
rejected,
I'm not sure if he. No, I'm just saying like this. I'm not sure if he got rejected. We shouldn't speculate that anything until the actual evidence is there.
yeah, that's true. Because it's kind of stupid how this whole situation happened. And it's like the guy uh, had an obsession with her, right?
Yes, and I gotta say it like this. It's just that obsession and stuff. There are probably multiple. I'm not sure yet. I'm not a psychologist, and I'm not gonna speculate this, but he could have had he could have had schizophrenia. He could have been just as crazy as living hell. And this whole case right here is of a shining example of our mental health system failing someone,
Yeah,
failing a young girl, a young woman.
yeah, that could have been the issue.
Yeah, it failed another person, like it failed the people in Colorado, Aurora, Colorado. It failed the people. It failed the kids. It failed those little kids in Sandy Hook. And they try to focus on like, oh, we can fix these band-aid issues. We can throw the issues on like it's a band-aid. But no, you can't. You guys need to learn that it's a bigger problem than just
Yeah,
throw a band-aid on it and it's all good. No,
yeah,
it's something way worse.
it's
You guys
worse.
need to.
Yeah, but here's the thing that bothered me about the whole Columbine thing back then. When it happened, they started going after kids that had these same problems as the so-called the so-called people.
They went after like the loner kids and stuff, and
Yeah,
they've and this happened so long after Columbine. I've never really been around people. I never liked being around people when I was younger, and they've literally mocked me so much, like my fellow classmates did to me in school and stuff, joking about school shootings and stuff, and it and the the even the school did it as well, and it was so horrible.
yeah, and I never really liked it. I never really liked how they treated kids, and that was the one
Yes,
thing I did not like because they were like
yeah,
treating them like they were a disease. And that was the biggest problem in high school that I had when I was around and they treated me like I was a problem.
yeah, they do, and there's a huge problem with bullying in high school as well that they don't try to fix.
Yeah, and that was the biggest problem. They don't let the they basically just let this happen and they
Yep,
don't bother to solve the problem. They just make the kid who was trying to fight back punish. They punish the kid for fighting
yeah,
back.
yes, they do it that way, and I've heard so many different stories of like for instance, a quarterback of a high school football team runs down a gothic kid, and he only gets a suspended sentence of 10 years probation for 10 years, and the one of his gothic friends went to the prosecutor and said to the prosecutor, what if I were to do this to him? What if it had been the other way around? They were like, we'd have been rushing for the death penalty. And he went like, that's why you're wrong.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, it happens. It's stupid shit like this that happens all the time, and and this is why we need to catch this early when they're younger. Like get them the medicine they need while they're young and still
And
molding
we have to.
and stuff. Because the safe spaces thing is what's causing stupid shit like this to happen.
Yeah, that's
That
just.
safe spaces
It's causing people to separate from.
reality. The separation from fiction reality is big anymore these days.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem right now in certain situations like that.
But yeah, that's all I got to talk about. When I first talked about this, I just wanted to tell the atheists just to shut their mouths,
Yeah.
stop being dickheads on the internet, and stop being dicks on the internet. When somebody says prayers to the family and loved ones, when you say don't say prayers, their ritual of how to handle the dead, you're screwing with it.
Yeah.
It's like it's comforting for the family when you say stuff like that, and when you cut in like that with that kind of bullshit that there is no God or something like that, you're basically screwing with the families, and just cut this shit.
Yeah, you're screwing with the family values of the family.
Yes, like you're making it worse for the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's fine, man. I understand. That's something.
And they're giving the atheism plus freaks ammunition.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with atheism. Plus, they can't seem to do anything right.
Yeah. But they're dickheads out there on the internet. And people with, I don't know anymore.
Well, what else do you think about the E3 conference that you
E3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me who's not showing up for E3 this year.
I'm unsure about Cloud Imperium, Star Citizen. I'm very unsure about them.
Well,
I would love to see them. I would love to see them. I'd love to see them be there. The people from Star Citizen, but
yeah, there was a rumor going around about them that they had to cut certain things out from the game in order to make the game
yeah,
work because they had
yeah,
they had a big goal, and then there was a rumor about them building a door.
yep. Oh God, it was a freaking issue with the. I don't even remember what the door was, but it was stupid.
Yeah, it was a rumor about them building a door that the guy spent like $3 million on a door.
Yep.
That's from what I understand.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say about that. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'll see anything from them this year. Squadron 42 is supposed to come out, but the game is still in alpha.
Mm-hmm.
It's still in serious alpha bug testing, and there's so many issues with the game itself. There's so many issues with the
Mm-hmm.
how do I put this? There's so many issues with the what's that word? Performance of the game. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. There's so many issues with the performance of the game that we all just think of it as it's still broken to most of us.
Still broken.
Yes.
All right. So, what do you think who's not gonna show up at E3? Like, I don't know, like any indie devs or anything like that that may or may not be.
I have a feeling that IGDA will still be there. I have a feeling Fulbright will attempt to be there. To shield Tacoma. I have a feeling yeah, and those ones. But I know this about the indie community is they don't have
Big
they don't have the I don't know how to put. They don't have the money to do or a lot of them don't have the money to even have booths for a booth for E3,
With their
let
own,
alone
they do, but at the same time, it's their own section.
yeah, but they usually don't have enough money for it. A lot of the indie companies, so you won't see them. You might see the devs there talking about the game with people, but
Yeah,
other
because
than that, you won't see anything
I
else.
do recall that they did have a lot of the. My dog's bothering the heck out of me. He wants to get out, but hold on. It's just here's the problem. The problem I can see that a lot of the indie developers problems here that they're trying to get out. They're trying to put out their games so that people can notice them, and it's sad that certain whenever they go to somebody that can help them do that and go to E3 to do it, they tend to get ignored. They tend to get uh, uninvolved with the whole process of it.
Yeah, the problem with E3 is it's gotten too big. It's really big now, and kind of like with Comic Con, people won't notice your product anymore
But
when
I
it's
do,
too big.
but I do
That's why like
recall.
Silver Mania Review Tech USA always go to people like Silver Mania Review Tech USA always go to companies like Too Many Games.
Yeah, yeah, and there's also the fact that they try to do because from what I heard, the indie devs did their own little version of Comic Con,
Yeah,
not Comic Con, but
E3.
E3, and they basically had it like
There's a
across the
lot of
street from
indie.
E3.
There's a lot of indie companies out there, or indie conventions out there.
Yeah.
Like for instance, in Philadelphia,
Hmm.
they have in the greater Philadelphia area, they have Too Many Games.
Yeah.
So it's basically that's how the company is run. It's for instance, one has I don't know anymore.
You don't know anymore.
I don't have much more to talk about. I know Too Many Games is coming up soon.
Oh, okay.
They usually do it around the same time E3, so who knows?
You never know, man. But there's a lot of rumors going around that they might just show some interesting games down there, right? Like you said,
Yeah.
like what are you expecting them to make?
What at Too Many
What
Games or E3?
E3?
E3. I'm not sure anymore with E3. I am unsure. I try to keep unsure about it. I always go with the safe answer. I always go with the same answer. Half-Life 3 confirmed. That joke. It's
Yeah.
now just like the E3 boogie. It's like the E3 Loch Ness monster.
Okay.
We know the Loch Ness monster, aka Gabe Newell, swims around in there. We know there's three, and we're waiting to hear a three from Gabe Newell's mouth. It's like looking for the Loch Ness monster. You think there's something there, but you're not sure if it'll ever appear.
Okay. That's fine.
So if something happens at the PC, that's why I'm covering the PC gaming shows, because if they announce it, I want to be there.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things that are going on in E3 that it's like I don't want to see the PC gaming show because they ruined what PC gaming was all about. Is that people just
Yes, I have a feeling though they've learned their lesson from last year.
yeah, because you have to explain to the public, look, this is what we're displaying a new, graphics cards, and then show us the gameplay and everything that is involved with your graphics card, and show us the HD quality of it, the quality, the
Nope,
graphics.
but they have that giant graphics. They have the giant chip, and all they're saying is, "Look at this chip." We're talking about this chip, and then look at this. Look at this briefcase we have.
Yeah.
Someone said if Gabe Newell's not in that briefcase with this crowbar, I will stop and ready and beat. They want a game with a crowbar to rescue them.
Yeah,
You'll get what they mean.
because they really didn't do anything other than just show off like graphics cards, and that was it. I understand that
Yep.
AMD wanted to market their graphics cards so that people be interested in it, but at the same time, they they had problems when they when they released them, and especially when they updated it, you find out that people were having problems with it. As much as I
Yep.
like AMD, AMD had its fair share of issues, and I kind of agreed with Norwegian guy about this because they've been having a fair amount of
Their
issues.
processors are horrible. Their graphics cards aren't the best either. I mean, their newest ones, the new top of the lines, are supposed to match a 970, but I already have a 970.
Yeah, because this is not working out as planned.
Nope. I think I'm done with the crew right now.
All right, but you got frustrated.
No, I'm just. It's just the fast moving images. You can't be playing that game for way too long. Okay. All right. I don't have much more to say.
Okay, that's fine, man.
Uh,
Anyways, I'm gonna probably.
we except for one thing, I have my streams going on tomorrow night or tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. I think it's 2 p.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. So you look forward to that. I'm trying to get more people to join in.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what this one guy's saying right now. You can't go around predicting crimes like Tom Cruise. You can't blame mental health system.
You can't, but yeah,
I
I know
kind of
that. But
agree. But anyways, as for the World of Warcraft movie, I did enjoy it, but at the same time, it just wasn't that good. I
yeah,
because they kind of altered the lore in this movie, and I kind of wish they did a better job with it because they could have said, hey, this was a movie. We're sorry that we couldn't really do anything because Olgrim was the original person that was supposed to go up against Black Hand for the right as war chief, and he became war chief because of the fact that. But it's sad that he betrayed Duratan of all people, and thus Duratan became Orc Jesus in this whole story.
yep.
and his son, and thus his son became Orc Jesus after that. Yes, Orc Jesus. I'm sorry if I'm making that joke because
Yeah.
because originally because Olgrim Doomhammer, who was the guy, if you all notice, the guy with the hammer, he took over, and of course the Frostwolf clan still around, but they're like up in Arderek Valley.
Uh,
Thus,
uh,
yeah, Frostwolf clan still exists, but they have their own little PvP faction in World of Warcraft, which is Arderek Valley. Very fun place. It just gets disappointing when both sides win a lot of times. Thus, they had to make a choke point.
yep.
So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I can't really talk about the movie a lot because I know a lot of people had to talk about the stuff that's going on at E3, and there's been a lot of interesting stuff. Like I said, there's not enough lore in this movie. I wish they did part two because part two tends to begin the rise of Brawl. Eventually they may or may not do another movie if this movie does not succeed as they planned. From what I heard, they made 32 million out of the box office out of one day. So it is as it is. It's not the best movie ever made, but it's definitely an okay movie to watch.
Yeah.
Would I suggest you buy it? No. But take care, guys.
Yeah. Ugh.